The experience of arriving in Banwa is the warmth of coming into somebody's home. And this was really a private residence endeavor. So the attention to detail on this island is really mind-blowing. The taste on furniture, the taste on finishes, exquisite. I'm architect Gelo Mañosa. I'm the CEO of Mañosa Company. Here today to talk to you about Banwa Private Island. Beautiful 6.5 hectare island, which was primarily designed as a residence and eventually now it opened up for the world to enjoy. We got involved with Banwa back in 2001. We were asked to look at this little tiny island in the middle of Roxas, Palawan. And it was an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful island. It had white sand circling the entire island. It was a fantastic marine sanctuary, beautiful coral life, pelagics and all types of flora and fauna. So it was very important that the environment was kept as such. And not only just to keep it the way it was, but to enhance the possibilities of how the built environment and the natural environment could integrate properly so that you are not destroying the very thing that you found beautiful in the first place. We always like giving architecture or the interiors a sense of place. And Palawan itself is primarily ruled by the Tagbanwa tribe. And so we felt that the Tagbanwa would actually be a good name. So Tagbanwa meaning people or place, and Banwa meaning country or place. So when you put together, you have Tagbanwa. So we thought maybe we shorten it to Banwa. From that name, then carried on the interiors where we wanted to stylize in a very contemporary manner the Tagbanwa carvings, the Tagbanwa weavings, the history of such a rich people, indigenous to Palawan itself. And so that kind of tells a story between the area that you're in and the luxury that you're enjoying. Banwa itself, the simplicity is what makes it very attractive. Its simplicity in its lines, simplicity in the way that the buildings are positioned, the simplicity in the way the interiors are expressed. And so we felt that having that mix of the natural environment, the turquoise blue waters, the coral life that you see, the Tagbanwa weavings, the stylized contemporary form, and these all started becoming like the driving force of how the interiors of the structure were expressed.
When guests arrive on island, we really would like them to immediately feel the quiet or the peacefulness of the place and be able to just maybe unwind, to just feel that they are already in nature and relax. My name is Janet Oquendo. I manage Banwa Private Island. It is a small island in the north of Palawan, Philippines. Perfect location for when you would like to go to an island where there's ultimate privacy and natural experiences in a beautiful environment. There's quite a number of things to do and to enjoy, no? You can spend the day maybe doing water sports. And of course, there's snorkeling and scuba diving. We could take you on a boat trip to the river. Then there's of course massage when you would just like to relax. Or as many of our guests would do at some point is really just to do nothing. And we can leave you alone like that. It is very important that we get to know our neighbors. We cannot be an island. We have to be connected to our neighbors. And it starts, I think, with the fact that majority of our team members are from the communities around us. That is more than enough reason to be connected to the community. We realized in going to the community, it would be best if we get connected to the elementary school and be able to work or help support the school and the children. We thought library would be very good. Get the kids interested in reading, get them books, because in this remote location, that's still a rare commodity. So we would like to get them into reading. So we started with the library. We also partnered with Tubataha Marine Park, which is very successful in conservation. So we also teach the children conservation of nature, especially the ocean, because that's where they live. Through education, through working with children, and through sharing the expertise of the conservation consultants that we have, we bring them also to the community to be able to do the protection of the seas around us. So we thought it's not only about supporting or donating something, but to be partnering and working together to conserve nature around us, as well as to help the children get better education.
Hi, I'm Bernard Bunares. I'm the Recreations Manager as well as the Acos Foundation Guardian. Banwa Private Island is a very special island. It is home for different wildlife species that we coexist while doing the operation. Conservation efforts under Acos Foundation, we do have several programs. Under the marine programs, we have the reef rehabilitation program, which we have reef balls installed within our waters. Almost 200 of those are installed since 2018. This provides an immediate habitat for our marine life. Because of its rough surface, it attracts natural coral recruits that grow there naturally. Aside from that, we also have the marine protection of the island. This island is declared as transitional buffer zone. So a no-take zone with soft impact tourism activities are the activities that are allowed. So when we say soft impact tourism activities, we only have those water equipments without using any motors. We've managed to protect the whole island in terms that it rehabilitates on its own. Now, this island is declared as ISRA, Important Sharking Race. In the Philippines, there are only 10 ISRAs, and here in Palawan, there are 4, together with us, newly added ISRA, because of our black-tip reef shark. This island became their developmental and nursing habitat. And with the garden, the lush environment, the vegetation, the food supply available, the bird count species also increases. From 10 in 2015, now we already have 64 avian species recorded in the island. 8 of those are already listed under the threatened list of IUCN.
One of the species that we protect is the tabon bird. The island has been inhabited by the tabon bird even before it was developed. The part of the area of the island where they are nesting was left untouched. We did not do any development. It has become their sanctuary. Basically, we protect them in that sense. At the same time, the most that we do is we make a study. So we have our consultant ornithologist who observes the species. We've installed cameras in the area just so they could observe the behavior, and so we could learn more about the species, so then we would learn more how to protect them.
Arguably, can say that Banwa is one of the few, if not the only island in the Philippines that has no mosquitoes. They captured and they were able to control the mosquito population and eliminated it. So it's one of those few places where you can walk around without a shirt and not get bitten by anything. I mean, it's an amazing island.
The good thing about the island is that we're trying to minimize the use of any chemicals. We're trying to eliminate as much as we could for the other beneficial insects to thrive. That's why we have these mosquito traps that we use that utilizes no chemical. It uses the mixture of water, yeast, and sugar to release a carbon dioxide which mimics the scent of a human. And that helps us to mitigate and control the problem with mosquitoes. But with these traps, we've managed to have a beneficial insect return. Our bees are proliferating. There's a lot of dragonflies coming back, butterflies. We're giving more colors as you walk around the island.
I'm Chef Martin. I'm the consultant for Banwa. I'm in charge of the culinary creations here on this island. So the food we serve here is really about the food we find in the neighborhood. It's really about local food. We have a farm, Dumarbong, where we actually grow our own vegetable. Then we use modern techniques, European techniques, and then we kind of create dishes around those ingredients we found here in Palawan, which I think is very important. It's very important that we respect the ingredients. Like the mud crab today, for instance, the crab came in with the boat, and right away we already served it for lunch, so it's as fresh as possible. It's very important to know where the product comes from. If you know the family who catches the crab, that relationship, I think, is very important. And it assures me as well that we serve prime premium quality products.
The island itself, put the architecture aside, it's the warmth of Filipino hospitality that makes the big difference in this island. What I'm most proud about, really, are the people that work there. I think more than the architecture, the interior design, it's the people that give the Filipino warmth and hospitality. And when you go there, you'll understand what I mean. It's those individuals that you make connections with that actually, I think, they kind of put the whole story, gel together in a nice, wonderful, simple experience. There are two things that define luxury for me. One is space, the other is time. Those two, if you have space and time, you're living a luxurious life. As simple as that, that's what Banwa has to offer. And it's really for everyone to enjoy. I mean, it's a private residence. It's one of the few places that I go to where I actually really enjoy. I mean, you really forget about the outside world and you're in this little island oasis for 2, 3, 4 days, and it's just an amazing experience. Amazing experience.
For more insightful videos on design, subscribe to Design Will Save the World.